Hello, I'm Stephanie and I'm the Volunteer Coordinator for Red Balloon of the Air. I'd like to speak with you today about some of the roles that we have available, as well as a little bit about what it's like to volunteer with us. So we are a charity who support young people who struggle to attend mainstream school. Now this may be due to additional needs that they have or past trauma they've had at school, and we really focus on boosting the confidence that they have within an education setting, engaging them with their peer group and preparing them for the next steps in life, whatever that may be, in a really nurturing and supportive environment. We are mainly an online provision, but we do have some group and one-to-one face-to-face activities available. We currently have 10 volunteers across our Cambridge and Essex branches, and they support in a variety of ways from events to fundraising, creating vision aids and science boxes to send home so that students can still have their science experiments on their online lessons, as well as face-to-face group and one-to-one activities. And these are really lovely ways that volunteers can provide support for their teachers during the lesson, but also interact with the young people. So not only do our volunteers give so much to our staff and young people, but we really like to make sure our volunteers gain from their experience with us, and whether that be being part of a team or developing new skills. It's important for us that our volunteers feel supported and comfortable. Every volunteer has their own line manager and they have regular one-to-ones. And we also like to show our appreciation for our volunteers. So you can see the pictures here are from our appreciation evening that we had in June. And it was a really nice way for us all just to get together and meet each other and just show our thanks for the hard work for our volunteers. So the roles we have available are exam invigilation support for our summer exams, our staff wellbeing team support, which is to support our staff wellbeing team in creating an online hub of wellbeing resources for our staff to access, as well as supporting in those face-to-face group sessions. So as well as the ongoing training, we also provide full DBS checks for all of our volunteers, as well as covering travel expenses. And the availability really does just depend on the role. The wellbeing volunteer role is an online role, so it's quite flexible. But our face-to-face support groups are twice a week, but you don't have to attend each one. It really just depends on what you have available. But they run from 2 to 4 in the afternoon. And you can see some examples there of Sharon, who was leading a felting workshop, and DJ, who was just having a really nice, relaxed conversation with some of our young people. So we're looking for someone who has a really positive attitude, they're quite patient and nurturing, and they have really good communication skills. And this is something that's quite key because some of our young people, they do struggle with their communication, so that's quite key. If you'd like to find out a bit more, please do just head on over to our website and click on the Get Involved link, and that will take you to our volunteer page. And there you can see Monique's story. Monique has been a volunteer with us for over a year, so that's quite a nice journey to take a look at. And you can also follow us on any of our social media pages. And if you'd like to get involved, please do just email me at stephanie.blackman@rba.org.uk or give us a call on 01223 354 338, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And I'd like to leave you now just with a video from Phil, who is one of our line managers for our Essex volunteers, and also Sarah, who is an Essex volunteer.
Hello, my name's Phil and I lead the Red Balloon of the Air provision in Essex. Volunteers are incredibly important to us. We have a number of them in different roles. The first of these is a student support volunteer, and Sarah, as student support volunteer, is going to tell you a little bit more about what that role involves.
Because I teach part-time with children, I spend lots of time with children, and I had 2 spare days to myself. I wanted to do something that was working with children, slightly different age range, and also just to give something back to the community, to the area in which I live. I'm a student support volunteer, so I come in and help the students with their online lessons and support them during their lessons. Yeah, the student is online accessing their lessons, and I'm sat next to them helping them work through, if it's their maths, helping them solve their problems, or helping them answer their questions, keeping them on track to make sure they're focused on what they're doing and interacting with their lessons. I really enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge of working with the children, which is a totally different age range to where I would normally teach. I teach currently age 6 and 7-year-olds, so obviously the students here are much older, so it's quite nice to stretch my own brain, but also to build a relationship with those students where I feel I can help them and they can come and ask for help it's very rewarding.
As well as supporting students directly with their learning, volunteers may also contribute in other ways, such as fundraising, for example, or preparing resources for students before they come in, or another example might be with their exams. One of the things we do know is that volunteers are incredibly valuable to us, and we really appreciate the work they do. And from talking to volunteers, the feedback we get, I know I'm biased, but our students and staff are lovely to work with, and volunteers tell us that they find this incredibly rewarding.
Thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.